Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I'm super excited for today's video because I'm going to be doing my first anti-haul. I have seen so many people do anti-hauls on YouTube and it just seems to be a really fun and super successful series. So I figured I would go ahead and bring it on over to my channel. And yeah, so I'm just going to be talking about different products and even some different companies that I will not be purchasing for various different reasons. And I just think that this would be a really cool way for me to connect with my subscribers because of course I always want to know what y'all are going to be purchasing, why or why not. So let's go ahead and jump into the video. Okay, so one thing that I found out recently, which is extremely heartbreaking for me, is that NARS is no longer going to be cruelty-free because they have decided to, in my opinion, sell out and now start selling their products in China. So if you are a cruelty-free channel or if you are only buying cruelty-free makeup, then you have probably heard about this, but if not, that's what's going on. So unfortunately, I will no longer be buying anything from NARS, and it's really frustrating because based on the people who buy their makeup, like I think they ended up losing over 10 million subscribers to their Instagram, or like followers, I guess, to their Instagram account overnight. Like once they released that they were going to be selling in China, so many people stopped following them, stopped supporting them. They have been getting a huge influx of comments and just a whole bunch of different things on all of their social media platforms saying, why are you doing this? And their whole reasoning is that they want to be able to expand their artistry and to let other people in the world have access to their artistry products. Which, okay, yeah, sure, but whenever you are compromising the integrity of animals in lieu of going against what your standards were for so long, why all of a sudden are you changing your standards? So unfortunately for me, I will no longer be purchasing from NARS, but the products that I do have, I'm just going to use up and be done with them. So that's really unfortunate because I'm a huge fan of their Audacious lipstick collection. I have Bridget and Anna, which are two of my favorite lipsticks of all time. I also have a really awesome eyeshadow duo. So once I use those products up, since they're already in my collection, I will no longer be purchasing anything from NARS. I really hope that they get with their marketing team or get with their different teams or whatever and conclude that this is a really bad move on their part. So that is my first anti-haul. And the second one is a little bit controversial probably because everyone is freaking out and totally obsessed with it, but I will not be purchasing, sorry, one of my girlfriends just texted me, but I will not be purchasing the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette. And I will tell you why. So I have been following Jaclyn Hill since she started her channel. Like I have been a ride or die fan. I love all of the stuff that she has put out. However, I just think that with this palette, regardless of the products in terms of how good they are, I just feel like we've seen it. You know what I'm saying? So like her palette isn't really that interesting to me. It's not something that is super unique or outgoing. Sure, she has a couple of colorful shades, but I feel like that is kind of the trend right now. Like every single eyeshadow palette out there has a blue shade right now because blue is such a hot color in the makeup world this season. But I just feel like it's not that interesting. And I feel like even though she tends to stay true to like what she really loves and enjoys, I think it would be nice to see her kind of branch out with a collaboration and do something super fun, super unique to give her followers, her subscribers, everyone something different. Like I have pretty much every single one of her like brick red shades in my Anastasia palettes. I have the blue matte shade that she has in her, or in my Makeup Geek eyeshadow collection. So it just seems like you know, I'm not really super impressed with the range of stuff that she has come out with. I just wish that we could see a little bit more uniqueness. Now, given the swatches that I have seen, I think it's absolutely gorgeous, but based on how big my collection is right now, I literally have every single one of those eyeshadows from different brands. So it doesn't really seem plausible or smart of me to purchase something that I already have that is just as good. Like my Anastasia palettes are just as amazing as her palette is in terms of the swatches. And of course, my Makeup Geek eyeshadows are just as good as anything that she would put out. So that's a little bit frustrating for me because I really was excited to see what her palette was going to reveal, because whenever she was going through the whole like cake reveal thing that happened, I honestly didn't even see that. So when she actually revealed her palette, that was the first time that I had seen anything of what her palette would look like. And I was just kind of like, underwhelmed. So that is really disappointing to me, and I hope she comes out with something really great for her own makeup collection, and I hope it's just not like the same shadows that we're seeing her collaborate with Morphe and different brands. So yeah, that's kind of a bummer for me, but it is what it is, right? Okay, so another product that I will not be purchasing is the Kat Von D Shade and Light Glimmer palette. So this is pretty much her Shade and Light eyeshadow palette, but it has some different shimmer or glimmer shades in it. I don't really feel super impressed with the Shade and Light palette to begin with, not just the shimmer shades. I just feel like they're all very muted colors. They're not super vibrant, which I know kind of goes with her, I don't know, it just seems to go with her persona, more of like the dark vampy colors and things like that, but it's just not for me. And her shimmer shadows, I just feel like are consistent with so many other eyeshadows that I already have in my collection. I love her lip color ranges with her liquid lipsticks. I think that those are super unique, and I wish that her eyeshadows would reflect more of that uniqueness. Like, I love the violets and the purples and just the really bright, vivid colors that she comes out with. They're like bright, but they're also muted. It's really interesting, the different lip colors that she has come out with, but I just wish that she would come out with something more like that was a long-term product. So unfortunately, I will not be purchasing that, but let me know down in the comments below if that is something that you are interested in, and if you are like a huge Kat Von D fan, that would be awesome. I really do want to try her Lockets powder that she has, because I've heard that that is amazing to bake with and it's not too drying. So I don't know, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. So another product that I will not be purchasing is by Kylie Cosmetics. And honestly, even though Kylie Cosmetics is cruelty free, I don't really see myself purchasing anything from that brand. Don't hold me to that statement in the future, but I don't know. I just don't really like the Kardashians. They just give me like this weird, not so good vibe. I don't like any of the shows that they produce or are a part of, and I certainly as hell don't like Kanye West. So I don't know, like they just leave a bad taste in my mouth. But in terms of the actual cosmetics line, I just feel like there has been so much inconsistency. Some palettes in terms of like eyeshadows seem to be really, really good, and then others don't. So I don't know, it just seems to be inconsistent based on what I have reviewed. But the actual product that I am talking about is the Kylie Cosmetics Wet Set Highlighter Palette. And the reason why I'm like super not going to purchase that is because all of the shades except for one look super, super similar. And whenever I am investing a lot of money, which I think it's like $48 or something like that, I really want to have versatility whenever I am purchasing a palette, because that's the whole point of a palette. Whenever you buy one product, you're only getting one product, but whenever you spend the money and you're investing in a palette, it's really nice whenever you can get versatility out of that and not all of the shades are looking pretty much the same. And that's just what I'm seeing in this palette. It looks exactly the same except for one color. It has like the 3 that literally look pretty much exactly the same. I'm sure they're going to swatch a little tiny bit different, but I would much rather see a lot more versatility in a palette than what that palette has to give. So yeah, unfortunately I won't be purchasing that anytime ever, and I'm not really sure if I will invest any of my money in Kylie Cosmetics. We'll see though. So the last product that I have for you in my anti-haul is Kim Kardashian West products. And this is not just because of my like towards the Kardashians, but it's also because every single review, every single tutorial that I have seen using the Kim Kardashian West contour stick things has been terrible. Like, I have not seen one, and I have spent a lot of time with one of my girlfriends looking at this contour like stick thing. I love my NYX Wonder Stick. I think it's amazing. I know that I think it's Smashbox has another really good trio, but this one just looks so bad. You're paying so much money and you get like a tiny bit of product. The sponge is absolutely terrible. Every single time that I have seen it applied, it almost looks like the product was not blended well together in the creation process or in the lab, because it ends up looking almost powdery, and it's not like a cream to powder finished product. At least that's not what I have read it's supposed to be like. So it just seems very like, I don't know. I just don't like the idea of it. And plus they all, like, for the kind of like fabulosity that Kim Kardashian tends to have, I would just want to see like a heavier product, something that looks a lot more glamorous. To me, honestly, it looks like a flesh toned naughty toy. So I'm not super impressed with that. I don't think it looks good. It doesn't seem to be working well with all the reviews that I have seen of it. So yeah, sorry Kim, but this one, for your very first product that you are launching, I wish you would have spent like a lot more time on the whole thing, because it's not that good. But yeah, so that's kind of disappointing. So definitely will never be purchasing that. All right, everyone, so that concludes this video. I really had a lot of fun talking about this, and I don't know, I feel like for my channel personally that this type of series is going to work a lot better than the should I buy it, because to be quite honest, my channel is not big enough for me to be consistently doing hauls, and I'm not necessarily getting a ton of PR packages all the time. So I just feel like for the purpose of my channel at this point in my channel's career, that I think that doing this kind of series, the anti-haul, would just be a lot more fun and a lot more consistent. And yeah, so I hope that y'all enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.